Welcome to Overwatch. Welcome to another episode of Coaching the Many. We're joined by a great big smiley face, and yeah, it's been a while since I've put one of these on YouTube because I'm a terrible human being. But I'm trying to do more with the YouTube channel, warm it up again, get used to using it again, all that good stuff. So there's two things. First, if you want to send in footage, I desperately need it. Coaching the Many, you can send it into iamreviews@gmail.com. It's all in the doobly-doo below. It's also going to appear in the chat in a second when I type that in. Boom, and it should pop up. Boom, and so it's all below me right now. But yeah, send it in. Send it in just a YouTube video of you playing the game. Just record it off a replay. It's all fine. And you can include the SR. You cannot include the SR, and that's the case with this one. The SR is not included, but regular viewers might be able to guess because, hey, we've seen this person play a few times. Today we're going to be looking at mostly Junkrat. Always a bit of an interesting hero is Junkrat, in my opinion, because he's either like God King of the universe. In pro level meta, he has like a very specific, special place. He's generally used to counter stuff like nano blades and very specific maps. Hey, kitty, thanks so much.
I just got my support to plat. I'll be sure to send
Congratulations. I'm looking forward to it. Let me see what Dead Plat support looks like. Probably less different than you think to a Diamond or Master support, to be honest. Right, first things first before we begin. Look at the team comp. Think about our place in the team, right? We always want to ground ourselves and think about our role in the team. How does it work? First thing I'm noticing, one of our supports isn't here. Either that or he's already gone supersonic and he's just a Reddit Lucio going so fast that even his portrait is blurred in the replay. But no, I think he's actually changing character. That's actually kind of a concern. If he is changing to Lucio, at least he gets here quickly. Otherwise, we have an Ana. Okay, great. Doomfist and Junkrat. Okay, so this is a weird situation with Doomfist Junkrat. We have a lot of pressure on the choke. Great pressure on the choke. We don't have what I would consider reliable DPS. In terms of, if they have a Genji or a Tracer, there's no one who can just turn and bam, hit scan them. You know, there's nothing that reliable, that solid foundation. That work's gonna have to come out like the Zarya, for example. Ryan Zarya, sure, fine, love it. Not gonna talk about the enemy team yet because we haven't seen them. So in game, we wouldn't know what they are. That's cheating. No cheating, chat. Otherwise, yeah, with Junkrat, he's, in my opinion, until you hit light diamond, maybe even then you could still play him. He's always going to cause problem for lower players, and that's just because dealing with Junkrat, you gotta kind of know what you're doing. Picking D.Va is a good start. She's meta now, so she can be picked. Well, Doomfist with his fancy fucking rollouts, just coming in out of nowhere. So we can see that they have an enemy Reinhardt, so we're gonna put pressure on that. Oh baby, are we gonna be putting pressure on that? I'm curious to see how we deal with this Doomfist. What I want to see is a concussive mine come out. Lickety split. I don't think that actually manifested. We just kind of used one. I still would like one quickly. And the reason why is just, it's not to protect us. I'm not that scared about us. I'm scared about this Ana. If this Ana dies, our front line is donezo, right? And this is one of the advantages of, especially if you are playing like this, the Doomfist is going to be playing in the enemy backline. He wants to be doing what this guy's doing, right? He wants to be doing the exact same thing as this Doomfist up here is doing, which is coming in, slamming, and trying to assassinate the support. We are actually doing double duty here. We're putting pressure on the choke point. Bing, great, love it, 100%. But thingy two that we should be doing is playing protection for the support. This is true if you're playing McCree. This is true if you're playing most DPS and you want to hang around where the supports are standing. Is part of your job is now to bodyguard. And just conk mining him away is just going to mess up his plans a little bit. Luckily, he flubbed it and he died. Mwah, love it. Always love to see it. So, I'm in two minds of this, right? Which is, when you see the Zarya bubble on a Reinhardt, my instinct is just to kind of chill for a couple of seconds. Especially if his barrier isn't cracked, which it looks like it isn't. It looks like it's whole and hearty and feeling good. So it looks fine. It looks healthy. So in that case, because you're not going to break that barrier anytime soon, just hold off for a second or two. I don't mind firing one grenade into it. It's oh, I didn't see it and I was just firing. But the other part of the mindset is it's Zarya against Junkrat. The Zarya is going to be on 100 charge anyway. And I've ranted about this in the past, but it's to me one of the greatest tells of a scrub in Overwatch is oh my god, guys, the Zarya is always on full charge. The Zarya probably should be on full charge if she's doing, or near full charge if she's doing her job well. And it's not like a case of just shoot unwisely into this area, but it's more, if it happens, it happens. Okay. I like the fact that we saw him. This is foolhardy. Let me explain. We're not really doing much, but yeah, like we need to be putting pressure on this choke point, and that should be our goal. We should be cognizant. We should be in the back of our mind that the Doomfist is back here, but especially as Junkrat, like you aren't gonna kill him like this, right? He is, and this is true for Doomfist. Like let's run through a few heroes. Doomfist is definitely one of them. Tracer. Can you see what's in common with all these? Genji. Boom, boom. Boom, Doomfist, Tracer, Genji. I think Diva kind of falls into this as well, especially with the buffs. Pharah definitely falls into this. Which is that they are... I like how I've done like a cursive H here and then like a print H over there. Great stuff. Shows the anarchy in my brain. These are very mobile heroes. And if you're going to chase them, you better be goddamn sure Hammond... How did I forget? Hammond is like... case number uno for this. These heroes, if you can spot them going into your backline and you start chasing them around, it's only good for these guys, because there should be no reason, unless you are one of these heroes, there's no reason why you'll ever be caught. Like, Tracer can probably catch all of these heroes, maybe except for Hammond. But yeah, you're not going to catch these guys as like a regular mortal human being. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Like, in my mind, you see this, you maybe fire a grenade at it and you just leave. And trying to stay any longer is kind of foolhardy. Because you know what he wants to do, right? He wants to... If you aren't aware, let's educate. If you aren't aware, he's going to climb on top of the tower that's like over here, right? He's going to stand up here. And he's going to charge off. And he's going to appear and he's going to come in and try and hit someone. All we need to do is get ready to conk mine him out. Bounce him away. There he is. And so ends his plan. That's all. That's literally all you needed to do, and that's absolutely correct. What we did there was, yeah, he wants to go for this. As long as he doesn't get a kill, that's huge value. If he doesn't get that kill, he's kind of donezo for a few seconds, and hopefully we should be able to punish him. And because of how that rollout works, I think he has to use his punch to get in. So he only gets his punch now, because Doomfist has no cooldowns, because balance. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Doomfist! Yeah, I think he has to punch to get the distance to get in like this, so he's not just going to be able to punch out immediately. He has to wait at least 2 seconds to land, and then he can punch. Fucking... stupid hero. Interesting choice out of there. Whoa, boy! Did he get it? He got it! Well, this fight became interesting. We'll not worry about the Moira too much. I'm fine with the attempted conk on the Moira. But yeah, let's... They want to push. If Moira's done this, they want to push. And like, this is all about reading. Moira's gone huge. Nice. You still got this. Like, you don't really have healing. Anna's still alive somewhere. She's plugging away. I'm just kind of thinking, like, I just think the only thing, like, the Zarya's kind of done it. She's behind me. Hello, I'm in the way. Let me get rid of myself for a second. Is that transparent? No. Let me just get rid of that. I know the text is still there, but you can kind of see, right? The Zarya is, like, shooting this way, and we should kind of be doing the same. Like, a conk mine to try and blow her away, sure, but you're not going to, like, she has so much air control and so much movement in this form that she's always just going to get pulled back in. Like, she's always going to be able to do whatever she wants. So just, like, spamming this way and denying any kind of push into the Coalescence is going to be where we're strong. Losing the Reinhardt is honestly okay for us. Like, their McCree has been kind of quiet. He hasn't really been doing much, and honestly, I don't blame him, because playing into a Junkrat when you have no main tank in front of you is going to be next to impossible now. Yeah, the only thing I'd also be concerned about is, like, moving too far forward here. Like, we want to... Junkrat is extremely strong when people have to, like, come to him. When you have to run into him, that's when he's going to be at his strongest. And we want to always kind of leverage that. And so by especially stepping out here, like, we have a huge sight line over on this side. Hello. As the camera loses focus again. Ooh. Hello. It's over here. You can't kind of see it there. Again, if I get rid of me. But... It's very blurry. It's actually the chat that's in the way. Oh, no, Twitch. There we go. Get rid of chat. You can see there's a dude over here, and if this is the McCree and he's like spots you and just goes bang, 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 rootin', tootin', shooting, then he's gonna nail you, right? And he's gonna kill you. So we just don't want to give him that opportunity. And like so much of Overwatch and so much of higher level play is just don't give people the opportunity to kill you. The less chances they have to kill you, the less likely you are to die. That seems sensible to me. The only other thing is on this run back. And this is difficult to do, but this is important to do. We are down to our Ana and healing. We need to find out where our Ana is, and it's kind of hard to see because of the bit rate. It sounds like she's over by the door. Oh no, she's close. She's right here. She's like literally right behind this area. What this means is we have to play in like these sight lines, right? We have to play in like this space to be healed by this Ana. At the moment we start going too far forward, then we're going to leave line of sight of the Ana, and that's very, very bad. As long as we're in sight of the Ana, we're okay. Great job by this area. Good shot by us as well. Only Junkrat makes such a satisfying noise when he dies. Brace yourselves. What a character. What a legend. Oh, your team's done well. So we have a Grav. I don't know if you want to really use Riptire plus Grav, but I mean, they don't have, like, there's nothing that we need to worry about. Just thinking in terms of overall strategy, looking at their team comp, as their Doomfist has now left the Doomfist and gone to the Ashe. This is incredible for us. I'm never the biggest fan of, like, Grav plus Riptire as a combo. It's powerful, like, but it's too powerful. It's like you're leveraging too many resources. You're playing with forces that mankind should not play with, which is exploding a black hole, and that just seems insane. So it's like we don't really need it, hopefully, especially if they're just playing like single barrier with no diva. You should just be able to smash through it, ideally, I think. You always win the barrier war in this circumstance, probably. Like, just ignoring the Doomfist, it's just like Junkrat versus these two. You should be able to do it just through indirect damage alone. Like, with Iconval just spamming into the choke enough, it should be difficult for this guy to get results. But they're pushing pretty hard. Not the keenest on the path we took. So here's the thing. We aren't catching this Grav. Right? Graviton Surge does not last that long. You can even watch it. If you watch the top left, and the Grav's over. Right? It's like a 3-second duration, I think, Graviton Surge. It's not that long. Actually, it might be a little bit longer. Wait, let's do this properly. Let's do this in the most scientific way known to man, which is saying banana between numbers. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4 banana, 5 banana, 6. So 5 seconds. Yeah, the reason why I didn't think it was 3 was just like Transcendence lasts 6 seconds, and I'm pretty sure Transcendence lasts just a little bit longer than a Graviton Surge. That's how I measure it out in my head. But yeah, we're never making this distance. Which means that this is not safe. And against 2-hit scan, like even with just the 1-hit scan, assuming McCree isn't dead, which he wasn't at the start of this, he just died now. Which, they have a Reinhardt. There's so many things like. This is my TF2 Spy days coming back to haunt me, which is like, if you played Spy in Team Fortress 2, if there's ever a choke point where it's like the main thoroughfare of damage, you know, if there's damage on the map, it's coming through this hole and going into this hole, right? This is where all the shooting is happening most of the time. Sometimes people run through here, sometimes people go in above. But generally, there's something happening in this mess here. So if you put something delicate, if you put your delicates into, you know, a blender, they're not going to be your delicates for that much longer. So don't do the same with your Riptires, right? There's no reason why you wouldn't send it over. Just go up and over. A little bit slower maybe, but the results pay for themselves. Getting the Moira is kind of nice. They have a lot of healing though, which is kind of scary. Okay. I think we're getting a bit too close to the Reinhardt. Like, at this point, this is disaster, right? It's like, this is a great start. Sticky Wolf, the Ashe, taking a lot of damage. We could, in theory, go and try and hunt them down. Like, we have some choices here. We could try and pursue them. I'd be down for it. I think that would be an okay choice. Nothing too wrong with it. I think the mistake we make is we stay in this area, right? We're shooting at this Reinhardt, and it's like, look for the Ashe. The Ashe is gone. But we needed to be like, you either chase the Ashe immediately, or you try and fight the tanks, but you do it while going up these stairs, then you come out over here and you start shooting down and cause problems for them when they're trying to cap the point. We want to leave this kind of space, because in this space we can be attacked, and we're not great at taking damage. Junkrat's kind of a lanky boy in how he stands. He's like this, right? And he's got his legs down here. Professional artist, by the way, if you missed the art stream. Yeah, you missed out on some good stuff, right? And this is kind of how Junkrat looks, and he's kind of, you know, thicker than this. Basically, he's a block, and his hitboxes are all pretty consistent and easy to hit. Like, if you just generally fire at him, it's not like an Ana, who Ana is literally like a stick insect with how she stands, and there's like gaps where you can shoot, and it just won't hit her. But with Junkrat, there's kind of gaps between his legs, but otherwise everything, the way he's hunched, everything's kind of a big block that you can just kind of shoot. He's quite easy to hit. I find him easy to hit. Don't put your delicates in a blender. It's the best advice I will ever give. That's gone. Let's set up on the high ground. That's where Junkrat thrives. Why the fear? Don't like this fear. I don't like this fear. Why are you running? Why are you running? I understand the fear of, like, oh, there might be a McCree. But do you know how we solve the fear of the McCree? We just, instead of putting the trap down there, we put the trap here. And suddenly the McCree is no longer scary. He either shoots the trap, in which case we know he's coming, or we can just blast out of there. Or he falls for the trap and we kill him. So this is where this, like, planning and resource management really is going to start coming into things. Of like, okay, we've thrown our trap down there, but if our trap hits something down there, like, it's going to have to be on the cliff edge, right? Do it, perspective. But, right, this is kind of the corner, and then there's like the ramp bit here, and then there's like a platform that comes kind of out here as well, and then you got like the doorway here, right? And so they want to push like this, and they want to go this way, and we're set up here. And we've thrown our trap down here, and it's like, it's landed like here, maybe here, but no one really wants to stand this close to the wall, like, unless they're trying to hide from under the hit scan, but they've taken initiative. They don't really give a shit about that. They want to get around this corner. So all we want to do is spam down. And if we're worried about stuff behind us, just put the trap behind you. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I hate Junkrat's head hitbox. It's, if you just kind of aim for where his neck should be, you'll get him every time. Every single time. He's also got quite a big head. It's thin, but big. There's more offensive hitboxes in the game. I'm looking at you, Hanzo. Sloppy. Yeah, this is part of why I stopped playing Junkrat, which is that, like, this kind of no longer works because these traps are so ineffective. I don't know why we just didn't do the proper combo. Why did we reload there? Did we panic? Just you know the combo. I know you know the combo. It's just it's left click, conk, boom, dead, easy as you like. That's why double conk is just not useful. Oh! It's weird, you think he'd be immune to that, but he's not. I love this. This is good awareness. More DPS need to do this, which is like, please. 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 Oh, boy. Why is... We need to talk. We need to talk. I know that Overwatch turned into a horror game for a second here, of like, you know, ah, it's a jump scare. Press all the buttons. Press all the buttons. No, just... This is a very good button. right? Concussive Mine is a really good button. It's quite powerful. And the thing with the Concussive Mine is it's not only an escape for you, but it blows them back. So it has like if you're both here, right, this is you, and this is the enemy, and you just instantly conk mine and detonate it, you go back, and he goes back, and it's kind of chaos for both of you. And that's good for you, because if he's hit scanned, well, the chaos is going to really mess him up. And especially, let's say, at the rank that I suspect it's at, he's not going to be good enough to just go, oh, we're just both floating, I can just take my time, bang, 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 and kill you. So, yeah. I think this reaction comes from, well, if they fall in the trap, and then my Total Mayhem goes off, I get the kill, and I trade out. Doesn't really work that way, especially at this kind of distance. Like, he's out of there. He's off to call the Undertaker. Oh. Hello, Lucio. Ooh. 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 Hit some carrier panning. Nice. Your team's done it, though. Maybe. Hopefully. Doomfist? Doomfist, hello? Hello? Doomfist? Doomfist? No, Doomfist. God, it feels like, I always want to put, like some anime music to this sort of stuff. It's his time. Don't lose your way. Doomfist? You were the chosen one! And then he just like ran into the backline and fucking disappeared off the face of the earth. I don't know. So name that tune. Oh! Up! 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 So I think in the email, I'm going to even check this just to give the benefit of the doubt, right? And this is just, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Because I think it says that, I took a break. Yeah, after a long absence from comp play, which made me wonder if I had rusted severely in my game senses. Yes, you have. And this is where it manifests, right? Where you're doing like... Things are kind of working, it's like, this is kind of the right idea? Yeah, get out of there. And then it's like... We detonated it just slightly at the wrong time? Maybe? Or did we not detonate it at all? Just like, what? No, we detonated it. I think we just hit the thing. It's like, ugh. I think Zarya destroyed it. Maybe. Yeah, I think she got it. Oh, fuck, I can't believe you've done this. Like, even in this instance, it's just like, yeah, you ain't... Like, that's a scary thing to see. It's like, fuck. And I think the mistake that we make is actually a very small one, which is we move here, and then we try and come back this way. If you move here and then go up this way, and again, like, here's this thing, like, the thing I really want to drill down on, and, like, this is the driving mental force, I suppose, I have when I'm playing Junkrat, is you want them to try and come to you, right? Junkrat is extremely good when he's just, like, shooting, and he's firing his little nades, and someone has to run into those. Because it's very easy to hit someone when they're just running towards your grenades. And it's very difficult to chase the Junkrat when you're just being blasted in the face constantly. And then when they do get close, guess what? You have Conk Mine, you have Trap, you have all these different options that can push them away again. Junkrat is for zoning. And so that's how we really want to have that mindset. And so when we start, like, juking back into her, well, then we've allowed the Zarya, like, she's here now. And now it's like, oh, I can't get away from her. I'm in a small room with an angry Russian weightlifter, and she's going to rip me in goddamn half. So I either go up the stairs, go up the door straight away, and just ping grenades at her. Honestly, don't really care if you're shooting into the barrier or not. As long as you're just lobbing a million grenades down the staircase, and then through the doorway, or through the staircase over this way, that's all fine. That's all absolutely fine. And I think it's the important thing to internalize is, like, I want to set myself up in positions where they have to run through a choke point or run towards me to actually end up fighting me and actually get results, right? And when you centralize that idea in your head, it's suddenly you can look back at these replays and go, okay, I didn't do that here. Interesting decision. We'll talk about this for a second. They are playing double hit scan, so I understand the aversion to going through... Okay, there's 3 exits. First and foremost, there's 3 exits. You can exit here, you can exit here, or you can exit over here. And exiting over here is actually a lot more powerful than you think. Most people default to here because it is the fastest route, and it's also... it's the route that most people go. And it's the fastest route, but I don't think it's the safest by far. The safest is definitely this one, which is a longer route slightly, but it's very, very safe. There's like a wall, and you can just shoot out of here and cause all kinds of problems. You can get onto the payload nice and quickly. There's a health pack. It's lovely. And then you got up here as well. Up here is goddamn scary because they have 2 hit scan. So I don't blame you for being averse to going up here, but the moment that this happens, okay, we ain't leaving through that door. And I think this is why we need that. You know, this is where you need to have that, like, okay, that option is gone. There's a concept called the stack, which we're going to talk about. And the stack it's an idea that's used in fighting games. I've been playing a lot of fighting games lately. I've been playing a bunch of Street Fighter, playing Seth. I'm excited for the new season of Dragon Ball. It's going to be good. But the stack is actually a really useful tool for taking like a lot of very complicated ideas and kind of running through them. And for us as Junkrat, it's basically like a priority list, right? For us as Junkrat, it's just like spam nades in group, right? You just want to like spam nades into a group. But then like a lower priority that we could also be doing is like jump in and disrupt, right? You can always just jump into the enemy team and like conk mine and blow them all around everywhere and kind of just cause some problems. Third, just kind of like be a pest. And what I mean by be a pest is it's like you're just like firing grenades and just like making it really hard for like one person to do something. Whether it's just a support in the back line who, you know, it's just like an Ana who just wants to tunnel in and shoot and you're just firing nades at her and suddenly she can't do that anymore. She has to like reposition herself and like find different places to be. It's very, very irritating to deal with. It's perhaps not the most efficient thing to do, but it's definitely there. This is a much more complicated thing in fighting games because you've got to run through it very quickly. In Overwatch, you probably don't have to run through it that fast because what we're trying to do is do one. We're trying to like get out here and spam nades into the big group. But that hasn't worked for us. Like, we can't do that anymore. Right? That option is gone. So what we then want to do is go, okay, let's go to the next thing. Jump in and disrupt. Okay, well, to do that, we can just go out the high ground window. Jump onto the point, throw some nades around, boosh everyone out with a conk mine, because we should have 2 of them by the time we get there. We'll use 1 to get up through the doorway, the second one to blow everyone away, and then we can cause some problems. And then number 3 is be a pest. If we go out the other door, we can start firing nades into the back line a little bit and maybe go from there. And I definitely say like 2 is the higher priority than 3 at the moment, so yeah, let's try that instead. I spent about a month focusing on gaining SR. Gained like 700. Pro tip, half an hour playing every day is better than 2 hours every other day. Then I left. Weirdly, I came back and my game sense is shit. That it was better than my mechanics. No, actually, game sense is... It's not the... Mechanics last longer than you think. It's kind of interesting that way, where it comes back very quickly. What you forget is generally like a lot of the niche situations, and it's more of like you just got to remind yourself, and what will generally happen is you'll make a mistake repeatedly once and then kind of go from there. But yeah, with this one, it's just like, oh, and you just got to understand that you ain't going out that doorway, right? Once this graph comes out, it's just like, okay, we got to go around. You have plenty of time here. I think you could get out and get onto the point, blow some people around. I think the instinct here was to like, oh, I can try and save them. You ain't saving anyone. They're dead. Once they're hit, they are dead. The other instinct I would say to kill as well is running away. Actually, yeah, Junkrat could make this. It's not the end of the world. On the bright side, Junkrat, 3rd point icon vault. Classic. Here's the thing, I'm not saying when you take a break your mechanics are like perfect, but You'll be surprised at how well they hold up. It's just generally like reminding yourself. Okay. Whoop. Yep. I'm fine with that. Am I fine with this ulti? Yeah, I'm fine with this ulti. I like this path, I like this route. And I like the decision to just, like... The thing that this does, by the way, is it's not even about the kill we get. I want you to notice their positioning. Like, when we come out here. Notice how they're all positioned, with, like, the Zarya's all the way back here. Right? They're scared. They have to hide. They have to give up space. They have to respect the fact that a Riptire is coming for them. And the fact that they do that, it's good on them. But yeah, we managed to get the kill. But what that does is it gives your team room. And it's not about getting kills with Riptire. Like, Riptire is very, very powerful, but it's mostly powerful because it just denies aggression. Very, very good at doing that. Yep. All you're looking to do is build up another ult. Just keep spamming, like you're doing barrier damage. This is annoying as hell for the Reinhardt. That's it, fall back. Don't like us removing that trap. Still alive? No, it got destroyed. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Nice, good job. Don't worry about Bob. Don't fall into the trap of shooting Bob. Why are we shooting Bob? Why are we worried about Bob? So here's the thing with Bob and how Bob works. I'm not 100% on the mechanics of Bob. But Bob, like, I think the way that turrets work in Overwatch is they will lock onto a target. They'll like prioritize whatever is closest. So it kind of works as like an order of operations. One, shoot the closest thing. But what ends up happening is they stick on the closest thing. So once they've acquired a target, they will stay on the target that they are shooting at until they can no longer shoot at it. It like leaves line of sight, basically. They will try and shoot barriers and all that kind of stuff, but they will just keep on shooting after acquiring that target. So what that means is once you've heard that Bob has started shooting at someone, he is going to stay shooting that person until he can no longer shoot that person anymore. And that person is not us. And we have a great angle here on the enemy stack. So the thing you need to realize very quickly when this happens, when there's a Bob or something similar, is that he is not shooting at you. Therefore, you don't have to worry until you start taking damage. When you start taking damage, you have a lot of time to get out of there. And I just say, like, prioritizing, like, if you kill everything in this, your team has won this fight, Bob or no. This is just a little bit safer than I'd like, I think. I think if we are going to play from here, don't get close to this wall. There is a McCree out there, like you can almost see it happen. Like the moment that we do this, let me show. Like this scares me. When we poke our nose out the door, because the McCree's right here. So if he flashes us and kills us, we're in trouble. Don't rely on Zarya to cover you from that. We can just stay in here and just shoot and shoot and shoot. And we kind of cut off all this space. It makes it very difficult for them to actually get round this corner without running in. We have the trap for safety if the McCree wants to try and roll into us, and we can always just back away. So if the McCree wants to come in here, he gets stuck in the trap, and then we step back and we can just shoot through the doorway and kill him, or we just shoot him and kill him. It's fine. Torb's turrets. Oh yeah, Torb turret like prioritizes his target as well. I also don't know if Bob prioritizes Ash's targets. I don't think it does. I think he just does his own thing. I need to learn that. Bob target priority. This is how we learn things. Bob target priority. Overwatch general discussion. Let me hide the bookmark bar. There we go. Just so it's. When he has no target, he picks the closest enemy and starts shooting. He remains locked on until it breaks line of sight. Blue Bob's lost. Yeah. I don't think he does reprioritize with Ashe though. I think that's a very Torbjorn specific thing. So yeah, that's... Reaction is just a little bit slow here. I think if we got the reaction, I think we could have killed him. Like, if we fired, like, right now, I think we would have got him. But, yeah, that's what McCree does. And I think at this moment, like, now that the pressure is off, we can't go back here. I think you're fine playing from over here, setting up again. So maintaining that distance, maintaining that space, right? We want the D. We were revisiting the concept of the D. But for Junkrat, we want the D... We want the D in the Goldilocks zone for Junkrat. We don't want a small D. We don't want a big D. We want the D to be just right. Ding. True for ladies as well as it is for Junkrats. Because if the D's too big, you're not going to hit anything. If the D's too small, you're going to die. So we want it in that Goldilocks zone. Junkrat is very annoying. I will tell you this from experience. He's very annoying when he is up here, when he is up here, when he is back here, when he is back here. Like this entire area and like payloads in general. The payload has a really interesting impact on maps. Which is like generally a map is like kind of shaped like this, and then the payload takes up a whacking great big space in the middle of it. Bop, 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 bop. And so you have these areas on the sides. This is Junkrat's like playground, right? He's got like a big old nose and a big old grin. Big old hair. Alright, that's my Junkrat. He's so happy about that. Let's try drawing a hand. Right, he loves that. He's so pleased about these spaces. He wants people to stand in those spaces. And so we want to be set up in places where they have to do that. This corner, very, very good when the payload goes around it. This space is kind of annoying because it's kind of open, but especially like when you start getting into these areas, like these areas are like little goals for Junkrat to shoot into. If they start trying to hide in places like these, it's literally gives you a wall to bounce grenades off the back of. It's beautiful. And so again, playing to our strengths. And I think a good mental exercise for like planning out our play and really setting ourselves up is just looking through the maps and going like, this is where Junkrat wants to be. If the payload is like trying to push through the space it's in now, right, if the payload's put here, I can play from here. Like, this is one of the places that I can play from to kind of deny this space. But if the payload is a little bit further ahead, right, and coming into this, like, final area, I can't play in, playing in these areas and, like, denying this is not useful. I need to be, like, back here, back here, back here, back here, or back here to deny these areas. And going through and just thinking, like, okay, if they're positioned here, I need to be here. And I need that Goldilocks D to be just right between, like, okay, they are here, I am safe up here, or I am safe back here, I'm safe back here. I am safe up here unless they have a way to get to high ground. I'm safe up here unless they have a way to get to high ground. And that's what you're looking for in all these instances. 76% to ulti. Like, I'm thinking, like, do we swap to Tracer here? And the answer is honestly no, especially as no one's died as we're coming out of spawn. Riptire is so high pressure at clearing points. Like, notice how good this feels for us. Yeah, just, you don't give a shit. Don't peek him. Don't peek him. Just, there's nothing good comes of this. Just stay here. What you want to be is like, if he wants to, like, the way to think of it is this. Chances are he's on this high ground thing, right? If he's doing this, he's either on the high ground or he's like on the low ground. If he steps too far around the corner, he loses the protection and you can probably kill him. If he steps off this, he's completely stuck. And you can like fire an aid and hide. By peeking into him, he's still safe. Like, you're taking a big risk doing this. And if he's acquired target on you as well, which I don't think he did, but he'll know you're there. Yeah, fall back, yeah. Good. So again, like, it's that Goldilocks D. We need that Goldilocks D. I'm talking about Goldilocks' D way too much. Clearly been on Rule 34. Every lady has a D on that website. Don't look at that website, kids. Yeah. Just, we need that space. Spacing, 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 spacing. Zarya's ripping him apart, yeah. Here's the thing with Zarya. Doesn't have much range. That's how you beat a Zarya. Yeah, you don't let her hit you. And even if... I don't know what it is today, but I'm going to say this completely unironically. If she's only hitting you with the tip, you're probably still going to be fine. Because it's very fiddly to like kill someone with just the tip. Yep, got a lane.
Stream with Ohm talking about someone's Dion thing.
51 months. 51. I still don't know what possessed you to like sub at the very start of when I got my Twitch channel, but something did. Bruh, yeah, he's making everyone else look bad. I appreciate it so much, man. You've no idea. Thank you so much. Any fancy rollouts? No. Good. Whoa! Everyone's favorite. Doofus, bro, don't go out there!
Welcome to
Don't go out there! Hey! Abexis.
I'd hit the D.
This? Interesting. Thoughts on Sombra? I love the character. Absolutely adore playing her. She's garbage in ladder at the moment. Don't do it to yourself, and don't do it to other people. I love Sombra. Sombra is 110% my style of character. I have learned through much experience playing video games that I love characters, unironically, that deny the other person having fun. I'm having fun when you're not having fun. That includes Widowmaker, Tracer, Sombra, even like with other games, Samus in Smash, just normal suited Samus. Oh baby, I love playing Samus. Seth, Street Fighter. I've been playing Seth a lot. The reason why I like Seth has big long combos and they're super flashy, super goddamn cool, and you don't get to have any fun while I'm doing them. Yeah. Do you like Doomfist? No. Actually, yes. I do. I tell a lie. I like Doomfist. I don't like how brainless he's become. Brig. Brig. Dragon Ball Fighters is just I get to have fun while you don't, in a nutshell. Like that game. That game, someone starts a combo and you put the controller down, go make a cup of tea and come back. Goku GT, basically, yeah. Thank goodness I don't actually play the Ratku. I don't like this. Do I like this? I don't like this in this instance. What's our tanks? Zarya Orisa. I don't like that either. I didn't look at our team comp. That's a slap on the wrist for me. The reason why I don't like this is like I've never been keen on having both people go on a flanking mission unless you have like a full dive team. I generally like to have a little bit more front pressure, but they're not contesting the choke properly anyway, so this works just fine. And I'd honestly say you could have just stayed at that angle. This is getting overly fancy. You aren't gonna. I don't like what I'm seeing right now. This is one of those instances where you're being too clever and what you're actually doing is being AFK.
I'm taking the objective. Anyone else want some?
You've got nothing. There's a lot to talk about here. Patch notes for Season 3 Dragon Ball is out. They are, and they have all been translated now. There's a lot of them. My god, that game is being shaken up, which it needs to be after like a year of having no patch. Okay. First things first. This position is fucking great. Look, what's wrong with just staying here and firing nades? Okay? Enemy team is stuck in this alleyway. Like, your team is pushing in, and these guys are stuck in this space. You have a fantastic angle shooting at this space. The Reinhardt wants to block this way. You're just firing into it. That's incredible. That's incredible. Can I find like Thrall? That's incredible. I just need the WAV. I'm guessing it's on the wiki somewhere. God damn it! That's on wiki. Thrall. Can I find the voice lines? I just want to hear the. Oh no, it's not like clickable ones. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I just want to. That's incredible. God damn it. Because it is incredible. Look at it. Look at this position. It's so good. It's so good. And the thing is, do you know what makes it really good? You're fucking safe. Because look, there's the doorway here. Let's get magenta back. Boom. You're safe. You're safe. Because if they want to do something, oh, look, you just run into that, you run around this corner and you're completely fucking safe. Not only that, your healer, who should be moving into this space over here, can see you. Super good. Cannot be better. Look at how good this position is. And we throw it all away. And now we're doing nothing. Nothing. And then we see the Zarya gets killed and we're like, whoa, shit, okay. And so we just stop doing anything. Here's the thing, if you pop up behind them and just start throwing some nades into their back, like, you can do a lot of damage here. The flanking Junkrat, or rather, the ninja Junkrat, I don't think is that strong. And then we do this wacky stuff, which is, first and foremost, if you're going to start doing this stuff, for the love of God, crouch. Overwatch has very, very, very good positional audio. Like, it's very difficult to realize how good you have it in Overwatch until you play other games. Like, when Apex Legends released, my god, the positional audio in that was awful. Overwatch is fantastic. You can tell exactly where someone is. So Dolby Atmos. Dolby, get in touch with me. Free advertising. Hashtag not an ad. Yeah, when you do this, it's like, okay. But now it's like, well, everyone's dying, and the trade-off for this is everyone is dying. Your team is now fighting 5 versus 4 to get, 5 versus 6 to get through the choke point. And yeah, we pull everyone back. First and foremost, if you're going to do this, we should just set up a trap early and just like have one here or something, or try and set one up here. And just like try and bait a single person response. Because what you want to happen, ideally what happens here, is one person comes back to contest you and you kill them. Because then you're going to get results. And it's the Baptiste first. And we are just out of there instantaneously. Okay. This I disagree with vehemently. Again, what was wrong with just being up here? And like, we can just stand back here and just fire nades down. If we suspect they're there, we just keep doing it. Otherwise, you just back up, go back to the staircase where we were before, and fire from over there. Like, if they want to play on the point, we can deny it to them. If they want to play closer to the choke by the tower, we can deny it to them. We have great options from there, and we throw it all away. It makes me sad. I came from Overwatch. I came to Overwatch from Left 4 Dead, and with shit, but the ability to find someone with audio is awesome. Left 4 Dead also has, like, Left 4 Dead really needs it as well. Like that game. Again, Overwatch turns into a horror game. Ah! Yeah, Left 4 Dead really had good audio. But that's Valve quality for you. Oh boy. How does a company go from Left 4 Dead to Artifact? That's the real question. How does that happen to a company? Here's hoping that Overwatch 2 turns out to be just like Left 4 Dead, am I right? Haha! God, it's gonna be terrible, isn't it? Oh boy. Yep. Look how good this is! Look how strong we feel! And this is something I always try and point out, like, to especially like lower ranked players, but it's important to internalize this as a higher ranked player. Right? Which is, find the moments in the game where you feel powerful, because that's generally a really good indicator that you've done something correct. This feels so strong. We don't even have to really like peek, right? We don't have to be out here. As long as we just get glimpses and then duck and hide and just fire nades, this feels so awkward for them. Now, in terms of measurable damage, let's see how we do. Let's just watch the ult charge meter. It's kind of hard to make out, but hey, it's there. Yep, big whack of ult charge. Big whack of ult charge, big whack of ult charge. Like, 3 nades hit and we gained like 30% ult charge. We have a Riptire now. Now we can do something with it. And the goal here isn't necessarily like, oh, I'm going to get like some fat, juicy kills. It's to get that Riptire and to cause them to use cooldowns. Immortality field is now gone. And you have a Riptire. This moment will boot people upwards even if it's above the target. Interesting. Overwatch 2 is just an expansion pack with a number, and it bothers me because Overwatch 2 is where the stuff I'd be more interested in is going. It's nice. I think we went a little bit high. Is my only criticism, but yeah. Otherwise, cannot fault it. Probably would have wanted to go the other way around the tower as well, if I was being super nitpicky. Because like this is just a very open space, whereas if we go the other way and come in that way, it's a little bit more closed off, it's a little bit harder to predict. Well, can't argue with those results. And again, got it out nice and quick after the immortality field was down. Whoa! 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 Oh god, McCree's dead. This... I don't know whether you're just a legend, or with like no fear, or whether this was just like I didn't even consider. But we saw the McCree on the high ground at the back. We should cancel our forward momentum now. What we want to do is fall down before we leave the corner of this tower. We want to be on the ground by the time we turn this corner. Because if we just float out here, McCree should be... Well, he is here. He's just dying. But this is just like... Please kill me. Ash's coach... Yeah, I know Ash's coach gun. You learn that very quickly when you play Ash. What? You got it. Okay, you have choices here. I like the safety. What? Okay. Let's talk about Hanzo. You are playing a dangerous fucking game, my friend. Because what you've assumed is that logic and reason have anything to do with the man that you are fighting against. What you have so brazenly assumed is that physics works. And that if Hanzo wants to shoot you with an arrow, well, these walls here will keep you safe, right? That these bricks are going to protect you in any meaningful way. The reality is no such thing. Abso-goddamn-lutely not. The arrow will come through, it will sail clean over your head, because you have rather cleverly given an allowance for the fact that your eyes, where your vision is not in fact on top of your head, right? Oftentimes the human body does not look like this. It's far more like this. There we go. It's in the middle of your head. So you've got this big old forehead region up here where people can actually hit you. So you've even given some allowance for that, and like let the head, you know, actually be blocked. But no such thing with Hanzo. Because first and foremost, the arrow curves. Right? The arrow goes like this. It's like a very faint curve. But when it goes near a head, what it does is it goes like this. And it will hit you.
Overwatch, silly.
Hey,
Didn't
Rita.
realize I tuned into an art stream.
You missed the art stream. I'm still so proud of that. I'm going to freaking find that tweet. I'm going to show this off to everyone. I'm like a kid going to their mum and going, Mum, put this on the goddamn fridge. Because I think I did good yesterday. Look at the fine works of art we made on the art stream. The more I look at it, the less happy I am with Carpe. I think we didn't do justice to Carpe's very strong, big features. But Raucous looks pretty good, and Fusions looks like a thing of beauty. I'm so happy with that. It's all on the Twitter. Go find it. Ding. Advertising. At @1_amongstMany. Oh, I'm so good at plugging. Oh. Okay. First and foremost, I don't like this duel. This duel does not favor us in the slightest. Right? We're a Junkrat fighting uphill against a Hanzo fighting downhill, and we have to peek around corners. This does not end well for us. I've seen this movie. Spoilers, it goes badly for the idiot on the low ground. Yeah. Don't even engage that. Ooh! 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 No. Rip. There was an attempt. Okay. Something kind of interesting happened there, which is I like the choice to go up and go around. That's fine. 100% A-okay with that. Now it's like, oh, there's areas here. Okay, we blow up the barrier. In spite of everything I've just told you about maintaining like a safe distance, I think in this case you do go all in on the Zarya until the Doomfist pushes out. But I think if you both like rush down on this Zarya, you could probably kill her. Yeah, the Hanzo goes after you, and look, he's safe because he can climb walls. Lol. Your team's still doing okay. Like they're not really denying ground, although this Hanzo's being obnoxious. I wish Arisa wouldn't have tried that. just to comment on that Orisa thing. Even the Orisa is clearly like trying to pull him off the back. It's a Hanzo. He's like a spider. Right? He climbs. This is my Hanzo. He climbs walls. And he's got a dash. He's fine. Just pull him. Just pull him and shoot him. Nice. No. It was so close. We were so nearly there. Why have you done this? Can't believe you've done this. Like, there's no need. There's no need. Just stay on the high ground. You're so good here. You're so fine here. Spiders can swim. Spiders can fucking fly. Right? What they do. What they fucking do is, you got a tiny little spider, right, there he is. He's got all his legs. They create a big long strand of web, and that gets picked up on the wind, and it makes them fly. The wind carries all the strand of silk, and they fly. I'm not making this up, they literally fly. If they want to migrate, they can just, they whip out a big old cord of webbing, and it carries them off into the fucking sunset. Just terrifying animals. Terrifying! And yeah, I imagine they don't break surface tension on water, so they can probably just scuttle across water without problems. Slow reaction. I like us spamming this doorway. What I don't like is us ignoring this doorway. The moment the Hanzo appears in there, you get him the shit out of it. You just say, no, this is not allowed. Banned! And you just fire some nades into it. Guarantee you he will not poke his nose out of there again. But yeah, keep spamming this. Nice. So I expected Hanzo to do the reasonable thing, which is... Did not need to know that about spiders. You learned so many fascinating things from me. I have knowledge of so many things. One of them is that spiders can fly. So I expected the Hanzo to do the Hanzo thing, which is usually you stand kind of behind the doorway and you just fire the Dragon Strike straight down the throat and straight down the bridge. No, of course, he fires it from an odd angle, which... Okay, sure. Why not? Go for it, mate. Good job with the Riptire. I like it. So when you started with Riptire, I was like, oh fuck, we are dead. We are so dead. Like, it's like, oh yes, we dodged the dragon, we dodged the grab, oh baby. And then it's just like, no. No, he missed. He actually whiffarooed. Ooh, scary noises. Whoa! Nice. I don't like this again. If he wants to stand in these corners, let him stand in these corners. Don't, like, these two are already involved in the scrap. You don't need to get involved in the scrap. Just stand back and just shoot grenades into them. If they keep fighting and there's just a bunch of grenades flying into it, oh baby, that's such a good place for us. Again. There are times, and like this is to qualify the statements I'm making, because it would be remiss of me not to mention there are times to jump in with Junkrat. There are 100% times where getting like right into the enemy team is the perfect thing to do. And there is actually a good pro example of it, I just can't remember the team that played it. Hey, nice. Other thing I would mention is don't go through this doorway. I hate that doorway. That doorway is where, in the first year of the Overwatch World Cup, the United Kingdom lost against Iceland because we went through that doorway. I think we could have won Eichenwald if we didn't go through that doorway. So, save a trap. You could probably make that in one nade, I imagine. If not, just save the traps and go up. Because again, you are so much stronger shooting from high ground than you are from low ground. So I recommend like either you go up here and then go up and over. This doorway is like desperate times call for desperate measures. Just because it is so easy to contest. Like what you are hoping for with this door is that nobody is paying attention to it. Someone was paying attention to it. We should have died. Brody Outlaws, I don't think it was Outlaws, I think it was before then. I think it was the San Francisco Shock against someone. On Horizon Lunar Colony. And it's generally 2CP where you want to do this. Like, let me talk very quickly about this strategy with Junkrat, because it is important to know, especially for 2CP. Give me Horizon Lunar colony map. I like how worst map appears in the related searches. Copy image address. Is this top-down view? Good. Is this accurate? Probably. I hope so. Don't really care. It's not super important for my needs. It's kind of a grainy image, but it will do nicely. Okay. So let's zoom out ever so slightly. There we go. So here's the point. Right, just to help visualize if you're not sure. First choke, like there's a room underneath here that people generally stand in. And when you're going for like a Symmetra strat, people run around here, teleport, and then they're on the point. And the way that they counter this is you put a Junkrat up here, and then when they come around here, he jumps down, fires a nade, drops a conch mine, and everyone is blown around all over the place, and generally somebody dies. One person might die, 2 people might die. But the general gist is, if they have a strategy that is cognizant or reliant on a group of people moving from point A, what I call translating, so translating from one area to another. It's a geometry term when you have like a square and you want to move it somewhere, you translate it. So when they want to move from A to B, you drop a Junkrat on them, and the Junkrat just lands in, nade, conch mine, and everybody goes flying all over the place. And it kind of disrupts their movement, it disrupts everything they want to do. It's very, very powerful as a tool and as something in your toolkit. It should be something in your back pocket. It's just knowing the time when to do it. And it's generally 2CP maps is generally the best example. Re-engages might be another time. If they're like playing very bundled up and like want a Lucio speed boost in and you're set up above them, if you just drop on them, the important thing is to fire and then conch mine, because you want to do the little boom and they all go kind of and then you do the conch mine and they all go whoosh and you go whoosh and everyone goes flying all over the place and no one can kill you. And you might die, but chances are you'll kill the shit out of them. Best case scenario, you kill someone and you fly out of it and you got a rip tire, right? I think it was Shock. I think it was Shock that did it. I can't be bothered to go look because I'll have to like dig through all the footage. Ooh, whoa! The pig. Been joined by a spicy pig. That's actually really good for us. It's just a Reinhardt in front of us. Junkrat's mouse 1 is the same name as a conch mine. I want to say no. Junkrat is 120 on a direct hit, or is it 80 on a direct hit? I think it's 120 on a direct hit, I want to say. 80 sounds too low. Yeah. Welcome to the agony of the Moira, which is just like, I can't help you. I can't do it. My question is, why did we go this way? Why not just go through the door? It's safer. Ow. In this case, I would just say wait for the orb. Like, wait for the orb, wait for the healing. Then, this is correct, do the conch mine over. Just so if the Ana is there, you're doing a little bit of fancier movement. Okay, we want to see that Reinhardt. That's what we want to see. Do not send it just out that doorway, thank God. Good, 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 good. Nice. Whoa, hello, sunshine. Okay, he's gone to the low ground, good. Oh, why are we chasing him like, oh, good shot. I don't know why we're so obsessed with, like, going to the low ground here. I don't want to, like, and here's the thing, I'm not saying, like, fight him from here. What I'm saying is, from here, you can go back to, like, the flank and you could just shoot all over this goddamn payload. No problem. Right, we have, like, so many options from here. Options from here are a little bit scarier. I'd also say you could just ignore him, but there is the threat of the Deadeye. He should die, yeah. My max is at 120. Yep. $120 sounds right to me for the mine. It's been a while since I was a Junkrat player. I know combined they kill people. Whoa. Nice. Whoa. Good, 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 good. this is something we should be actively looking for, and this is something we should probably be thinking about a lot, which is when you see an Orisa like this, like, fire at this. Shoot this. This is like, oh my god, you see the 3 beams coming off this? It's like, ah! Because when I don't know about you, but when I saw this on the replay, my heart skipped a beat. My heart was like, oh! 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 Opportunities! Oh! Oh, damage! Oh, we can do so much there. So yeah, that should be a reaction of, oh, that's grabbing a lot of people. I want to shoot that. Make sure you shoot that. Okay, this. The key with the Brigitte will be to not panic, which I know is kind of difficult, especially if you haven't played in a while. But yeah, lead your shots a little bit. You're 420. Sorry, 420. Blaze it. You got 450 hit points to soak through, probably more accurately 400. Actually, I think you'll find you have to do 455 damage to kill the Brigitte, because she has armor, and that isn't counting overkill on the field. Well, say someone very wisely and correctly, but you have to do about 450 damage to kill the Brig. That's very doable for a Junkrat. What I want to see is good D. Show me that good D. What I want to see is good D, 1 good nade, and a Riptire. Nice, 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 nice. Curious. I think we got a bit too fancy there. On the bright side, our positioning is perfect. The only things I would change, very, very minor. I would not drop my trap there. So, second time this has kind of happened. Maybe third time this has happened. You want to secure this location? Like, the thing that I'm scared of if I'm in this position is the McCree coming up the stairs and killing us. That's the only thing I'm afraid of, is if the McCree, like, peels all the way around and gets to the high ground over here and kills us. And we kind of end up covering that by sending the Riptire this way, and that protects us. But if instead of our first priority just being like, oh, we're going to throw that trap there, just throw it on the stairs. And suddenly, it's safe. It's not like 100% safe, it's not foolproof, but it's pretty good. It's pretty much there. And then what I would say is don't rush this tire. You could just hold it on the corner. There's like a little bit, actually I'm just going to do this, and then I want to just like pause it here. I'm kind of in the way again, so let me get out of the way so you guys can see. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. So, there's like a corner here, right? It's like this little bit of pillar over here. And what we want to do is just nestle the tire in here so that we can kind of peek over, and you'll use that time to peek and see what's happening down here. And all it does is just, it puts the fear of God into their entire team. Because they're all going to bunch up this way. And then you just like launch it out and you can just try and get them straight away. Or at least, like, the way I phrase it is you have 3 options. Okay? The first option is you just yeet it out straight away and try and kill someone. Which will probably get someone. It might not be the most efficient thing in the world. But you'll definitely get somebody with it. I pretty much guarantee you. They won't react to it in time. The second thing is you do what I said, which is like you put the tire here and you like peek out and you try and see, and what you'll do is you'll push them all into this corner, and hopefully your team can then use that to take ground, and then when your team is taking ground, then you can try and do something with it. Third option is to do what we did, and the issue with doing what we did is they still get the benefit of running this way, but by that time they'll have realized, oh, the tire's coming from this way, and do what the Roadhog basically did, which is to go, oh, well, I know where the tire's going to come from, I'm just going to get ready, and I'm just going to shoot it. And that forces us to detonate early. But it still works out because, hey, our positioning is good. Like this, look how strong we are. Look how good we are when we're up here. A little bit of distance, high ground to low ground. Mwah! It's where Junkrat wants to be. So this is the thing we are looking for, right? It's that setup. I think I remember talking previously about some of Extra Crispy's gameplay and being like, I think I remember it was a Junkrat game and there was just like a lot of flanks and a lot of very aggressive, like, I'm just going to go completely independent and then try and jump on top of people. I'm glad to see we're not doing as much of that, but there's still like the similar thing of like we're getting too unnecessarily close. And Junkrat, I get the urge to get close because you do so much damage when you land hits, but just filling an area with damage and being super uncomfortable, yeah. Also, because I can see a Sombra on the enemy team, I never really finished the thought on Sombra. Like, you know, someone asked, like, what's your thoughts on Sombra? The issue with Sombra is that a while ago they nerfed ult charge and ult generation, so big ultimate combos are like less of a thing these days, and Sombra charges so slowly. It's why in the meme video, like, I have a cut of like 2,000 years later, because BQB specifically picks a Sombra and then spends so long trying to get the Sombra ult. And it hurt my goddamn soul to watch it, because I knew the moment that he went on that character, it was just gonna be trash. Right? Just to plug my own jokes. Oh, I'm so witty. Right. And like the reason why I highlighted this comment is like, break this down. What is he trying to achieve? And it's like, well, he has 4 minutes. He needs to build an EMP quickly, EMP as many people as possible, and their team needs to win the fight. He doesn't EMP until... Right, and then we have like the Hacker Man, as it's been, you know, 40 seconds. Okay, he's got like 27% ult charge. Great, good start. Fucking hell, amazing. It's been how long for the next spot? It's been like a minute. 40%, nice. Hack, oh, incredible. Good stuff. Great shit. A minute, oh. And then he dies on Sombra. A hero that you traditionally don't die on. So like, what the fuck, mate? Finally gets it. 2 minutes in, he's finally got an EMP. It's 6 people. Everyone was caught by that. Poker got stunned afterwards, which kind of cancelled the icon on the overlay, but everyone was caught in that EMP. And they still lose. And it's just like, what the fuck? Right? It takes you so long to get the ultimate, and it's so vital that the ultimate wins you a fight. You might as well just play a hero that can win you the fight, and has a good ultimate, and is just more versatile. Okay, we're doing the same thing as before. Oh, we spotted the Sombra. Yeah, we're playing from here this time. Look how good this feels. Look how good this feels! Oh, I feel so happy about this position. Yeah, we can push in a little bit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Bold, but hey, worked out. And like, I'd even say, like, I think we go a little bit too far forward here. Like, we spot this area, and like, our reaction to this area is good, which is we start backing up and we throw nades at her. This should be our reaction in 90% of cases, is to start throwing grenades at something and back away. It's how I deal with most social responsibilities and actions. Great. Pain of a 6-man hack and you lose. I know. It's ugh. Yeah, the font I picked in doesn't have a good differentiation between Q's and B's, unfortunately. Being honest, those videos are very rushed for what they are as well. Consider I make them like one day after, and it's just basically all afternoon putting shit together. I need to do another one tomorrow, and I'm kind of like, I hope tonight's games are good. I hope tonight's games are okay. So here's a question, what are we doing? Okay, let's talk about Farah. We disengaged from the Farah, which I'm happy to see. But what we've done is... This is kind of the terrain we're in, and we are like here. This is a wall, this is floor. Right, let's just add a line there for like reference. Right, and then this like the slope that goes up this way. And we've put ourselves next to a wall and a corner. Yeah, she's having a great time. She could not be goddamn happier. Again, quite far forward. Don't want to be this far forward. The D is too small. The D is too small. Junkrat's mobile. Do we have our mobility available? You have 1 mobility available. And then I'd say once this bubble comes in, you just back the hell out of there. Here's the thing about Farah, she's not great at killing people. She's great at doing a ton of damage, but she's not great at killing people. Like, unless you really, like, dive in, it's just... Own coffee is very useful, I agree. It's just kind of a nice, like, you know... It's a nice neutral emote of just, you know, like, oh, I'm just casually saying something, or I'm just, like, casually, like, A little bit Kermity as well, like, that ain't any of my business sort of vibes. I saw this mentioned that we swip to the Turbine, ready to work. Ready to work, okay. Let's go. Let's go. He feels powerful, but so gonna die here. I think it's a bold choice. I'm not quite sure what drove it, of like, you know what the perfect hero in this instance is going to be? Torbjorn. I don't follow the logic myself, but sure. Soldier would be quite good here. You know, he deals with the Farah quite nicely. Pairs with Mercy actually pretty well. Versatile, quick, gets back to the payload nice and fast. You could, like, Tracer wouldn't be terrible, like May to sort out the point. Torbjorn. A slow, projectile-based hero with a turret that is very vulnerable to Farah rockets. It's a choice. And it says not to comment too much on the Torbjorn, and honestly, there's not too much to really say in the situation. Oh! Oh, no. Here we go. Don't lose your way. Don't be afraid. Oh, no. It's not happening. No. No. Whoop, whoop. Yep. Whoop. We're still going. Oh. Supersonic racing. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. We can't get out of third person. We're stuck in third person. It's fine. Don't be afraid. Oh, no. Jesus. And it's still going. It's still. There we go. He's overloaded. He's overloaded. I'm overloaded after watching. I just. I'm trying to follow the logic of, like, you know what, Torbjorn, and the only thing I can think of is, like, the turret can kind of cause a lot of issues for the Farah as we desperately try and find the hotkey to leave third person. Up, 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 up. There we go. Yeah, like, the turret can kind of mess the Farah up, and if the turret's left unattended, it does a lot of damage. And Torbjorn's kind of good at close range. A little bit tanky, can really do a surprising amount of DPS. But no. No, no. 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 You're better than this. You are, I know you are. I have to believe that you are better than that. Nice, do some free damage, good. Getting a little bit close here, but hey, we can play from here. Okay. Oh! Oh, I just started. What? I'm enthralled. What? The Christ. Okay. So I like this. I like the spot of this as well. I'll tell you what would be really cool. Kill the exit, not the entrance. Like, go find where the exit is, and then go deal with that. This is an interesting flank, and I'd say the only thing I don't really like about it is the fact that we, like, that we're running forward here. We don't need to run forward here. We could just stay back here, because by running forward here, we're in range of this, we're in range of this, we're in range of this. Like, we're putting ourselves in more danger. All this does is it just puts us in more danger. We can do the same kind of annoying pressure from behind, and then when they do, if they do like manage to get away from us and start going around the corners, right? If they do start getting away from us, we have good mobility options. We can move like very fast if we need to. Got a fade. Yeah, just be obnoxious now. Like again, way too close. Way too close. Like, you guys have won this fight. Here's the thing that you need to realize, and like this is again one of the big differences, let's say, between like, I'm gonna guess my SR early. You guys need to start thinking about what SR this is. I'm gonna say it's like about 2.8. And I'd say like the big difference to you, I would say like 3.3 and up. And well, like, yes, greater than 3.3. Like anything above 3.3 is that people start thinking a lot more in terms of the fight. You guys have won this fight. Their tank is dead, their support is dead, they're on the back foot. You guys have a fairly stodgy team comp that's kind of good at fighting on the point. You're a 4 versus 6. You've won, right? They have no ults because it's just the start of the round. So what's good for you now is to drag this out. You are in no rush to let this fight end. You are in absolutely no rush. If they want to make this fight last for the next 40 seconds, oh baby, that's good for you guys. So there's no need for us to actually like run into these guys. We can just fire grenades over here and just like shoot through the little doorways over here, zone them out of this space, wrap around the back of the pillar a bit, shoot them there. We don't have to commit to anything. The important thing for us is just to not die and slowly kill them. Dying now will be horrendous. Getting a kill would be incredible. Okay, we saw the there we go. Good. Mora died. Nice. This is good for us. This is great for us. Because they're low on time. Again, it's that realization of like, if they want to push now, they're going to be pushing on just a Lucio. That's really uncomfortable in terms of healing. So if you just keep pressure on the Reinhardt barrier and they try and push, the Reinhardt barrier is going to explode instantaneously. They've got no healing. They're going to die. Teleporter goes up. Yeah. Like, all you want to do is just... And, like, this is where Junkrat is so good, and this is why I think Junkrat does so well at low ranks. Because you can just keep pressure on. You just keep on hitting them with stuff, and hitting them with stuff, and hitting them with stuff. And if they never take the time to regroup properly, or never get given the time to regroup properly, they just start dying, and they just keep dying. Because... with Junkrat, if you have all your cooldowns and all your health and all your shields and all your abilities, he's not that bad. He really is not that bad. You can get through all his bullshit pretty quickly. You have to burn something usually to do it, but you can get past him. And then when you get into him, he's not that scary. You know better than that. You know better. Actually, you probably don't, so we'll talk about that because it's pretty niche. So it's like, yeah, you just keep the pressure on, you keep the pressure on, you keep the pressure on. And you can see with how these guys played, like, they'd never left this choke point. They never left, like, the choke over here and the area over here. So if you just keep pressuring these spaces, as you draw some boobs on screen, people are going to die. And then they're going to try and push while they're down people and while they're low on health. And ideally what will happen is they hit 20 seconds and they go, oh, fuck, we got to push, like, 3 versus 6 now. And you win. The difference between the 3.5k's area and a 2k one, the 3.5k's area will have a lot more charge at any given time. Will be a lot more picky with her bubble usage. Will be a lot more accurate with her tracking. Will be a lot better with their ultimate as well. I'd say that by far the biggest difference will be ult usage. In terms of like thinking about enemy cooldowns, thinking about what their team has, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mentioned this is kind of a niche case. If you stun Junkrat, there's like a cast timer as the animation comes out. Until he releases the tire, it's like a casting, and if you stun him during it, it cancels. In general, like this is a panic reaction. I imagine that it comes from Rust more than anything, which is just like, oh, I'm going to be frozen, panic. What the fuck do you have to be scared of? Yeah, 3.5k to 2k, like, that's a big range. That's a very big range. You guys should just win. Yep. This to me is like one of the big defining things between high level and low level play, which is it's the thinking about like, and it makes sense, right? Because this is a complicated thing to do. This is a very difficult thing to do. But if you are looking to like, if you're looking to make the leap from like plat diamond into masters, the big thing to do is to look at more the macroscopic level of the game. It's to think less in terms of what's happening in the present and think more about what you're going to do in the future, in like next fight, and what happened in the previous fight. So it's like they, you know, when they use ultimates, what ultimates have they used? What is available for them to use? What is available for you to use to counter that and to beat that? And it's building up that knowledge to be comfortable enough in your own play in the present where you don't have to think about it anymore. Where you're not thinking about, oh, I'm trying to get up here and I want to do this and I want to do this. That's just kind of coming naturally and coming fluidly out of you. And then you have time to think about, oh, they use this ult so I can do this. They use this, they use the immortality field so I can do this. They use, or like, if I keep pressure on, they have to use immortality field. Therefore, I can use my ultimate in the next fight. Because that's a 20-second cooldown. So if they try and push before that, I can ult and just kill them. Right, and it's that sort of macroscopic level thinking. It was much more the case when like Transcendence was a thing, because it's like, oh, well, if we can keep pressure on them and force them to use Transcendence, we can use this. Or they use Transcendence next this fight, and we have Dragon Strike. Can we set up something? And it's kind of like playing ahead in fights. It's very difficult to do. Your Sim Barrier actually break. It can happen. It's like 4,000 hit points, I think. No, it cancelled. It didn't break. She just had it cancelled. Again, killed her in the cast time. Oh no, it did come out. Does that come out no matter what? Yeah, it comes out no matter what. Oh, Roadhog. Yeah, Roadhog can just delete it. I guess you can't interrupt that one. So it's kind of bullshit. But the thing I will always say about SR, and about, like, first of all, SR is the stupidest thing in the world. Try and get it out of your head as much as possible. Like, so my guess was 2.8. I saw another person guess 2.8. I saw someone say 3.5. What else do people think? What are we thinking? Is there someone... What was that? Oh, 2.2. I saw a 2.2. I think the 3.5 was actually just part of the question, so I don't think 3.5 was actually a guess. 2.7.
Welcome to Overwatch, Motion.
Hey, Tutula. 6 months. Oh.
We're halfway there.
Well, we're living on a prayer. Banger. Absolute banger. 2.0. I think that's harsh, but hey. 2K, another 2K. Two 2Ks. Okay, according to this person, boom, the SR is 2.9. 2.9. Called it. I am so good. I am the best. I am incredible. Oh, baby. In fairness, we've done Extra Crispy's footage before, and I remember them being at like almost diamond, so that kind of helps. I said 2.8. Yeah, I did say 2.8, but it's still close enough. It's not much difference. Yeah, it's... SR is so dumb. The thing I've always told and tried to teach is that skill comes first. Skill first, then SR. People have it backwards, where they're like, oh, I'm bad because I'm low SR. No, you get good and then you gain SR. And what happens is you go in plateaus where what will happen, because I've been going through this recently when I'm learning Street Fighter. I'm just now starting to leave bronze in Street Fighter, leaving ultra bronze. It's the funniest fucking thing, okay? Ranks in Street Fighter work like this. You start off as, I think it's like rookie, and then you go to bronze, and you feel terrible. And then you not only are bronze, you are super bronze. And you feel even worse because who the fuck wants to be super bronze? Like, Jesus. And then you're ultra bronze, and it's like, I don't want to be ultra bronze. Are you kidding? You are ultra bronze. Like, I'm the bronzest person that's ever existed. I am Donald J. Trump incarnate. And then you go to silver. And then I think it's like the super silver and ultra silver and all that shit. And so on and so on and so on. But the trick to Street Fighter is that like 80% of players are below this line because there's no placements. So you have to like, grind through those ranks. So like 80% of the player base is in this, and then like the top 20% goes from this onwards. So it's very deceptive. It's very easy to be like super harsh on yourself, going like, you know, I'm practicing and practicing, and I'm still bronze. What the fuck? And then you realise that it kind of works very different.
There. I should get back to playing this game _.
It could be fun. As long as they nerf the right things, it could work. It could work. They could make this game fun again. Maybe. I hope. I really hope. I'm a 2K Junkrat. It sounds looks right to me. Yeah. Junkrat's a fun hero. I think he's already quite good, and I think when Mei goes away, he'll be even better. Just because Mei provides like an extra barrier. Definitely has his uses. He can just be very useless at times, but honestly, a good Junkrat is a nightmare to deal with. Don't know if I should get Super Street Fighter 4. If you're getting Street Fighter 4, you're quite behind, my friend. So basically in Street Fighter, everyone beneath silver is average, above that, above average. It's weird, because there's no placements, so you have to grind through bronze, and bronze is just such a hot mess of people who are terrible, and people who know kind of what they're doing, and people who are smurfing. It's terrible. It's a nightmare. Otherwise, yeah, that's it for Guess My SR. Thank you for joining me. If you want to submit footage, please do. I'm gagging for it. I need footage. OAM reviews. Whoa. Reviewer. OAM reviews at gmail.com. Boom. Play a match, like play a bunch of matches. You have a match where it's like, man, I don't know quite why I lost that. Man, I'm not quite sure. Oh, I don't quite know. I thought I was playing well, but something clearly went wrong. Load it up in the replay viewer, load up OBS, record it, or press Alt F9 to make Shadowplay record it. Bang that thing on YouTube, send it to me. Make sure the video isn't private because that sometimes happens. And yeah, it's really good. Said some recently. I record some. Were you the one who sent the private one? Someone sent me like some scrim VODs, and I kind of want to see it. Oh no, I see it. Yeah. Was it you? Nope, this is a different one. This is a different scrim VOD. Okay. So yeah, I have that one as well. There it is. It's because I got sent two Anna VOD scrim, and it's like, this is what I get. This video is private, and it makes me sad. It makes me very sad because I was like, oh. You know what? I need footage, so sure, I'll use that. And then it was like, oh fuck. And then Google updates its terms of service, and I'm not that interested, to be honest. I don't know about you guys. Right, we've got 20 minutes until Overwatch League. I need to refill my drink. I'm going to do that. There's still an overview of what recent coachings have been somewhere. Not really, just the VODs on Twitch. There wasn't one last week because I just didn't have footage. It feels bad. It's kind of terrifying, not going to lie. But that's honestly, that's on me. Like, the grim reality is this: if I don't put stuff on YouTube, people see it more on YouTube and they go, oh, I can send that in, and I'll send it in. So I just need to make sure I start every coach in the menu with like, hey, please send in footage, and then end it with, hey, please send in footage. And it's just basic shit that I should be doing, but I'm lazy and terrible. It's just, the thing with the YouTube stuff is it's not even difficult. It's just a ball ache. It's just tedious as fuck. So it's just like, I'll do it later, and then I just don't do it. You know how it goes. It's the worst habit. Right. We're going to transition, though, into an Overwatch League watch party, because you guys are going to help me find footage.